total po lahat ng amounts na lumabas. Hindi naman ho dapat ito total yon dahil may nilabas, may pinasok. Sa inyong teorya po, magkano po ba yung cash on hand dapat niyang dineklara? Para makita rin po namin kung pumapantay ba yung ebidensyang tinatangkang ipresenta ng depensa dun sa nais nilang ipaliwanag na diferensya.
Yung during the break, ang kinumpute po namin based dun sa offer of evidence, yung real property lang po. At
a later time, Mr. President.
At a later time, we will submit it.
Just so that we can do a matching of the allegation and the answer of both the prosecution and the defense, that we can weigh how it has been answered thus far.
Yeah, but
and if the defense is still online with respect to being on issue on Article 2.
Yes, but it was previously asked in the previous hearings of this honorable tribunal. And ang klaro lang doon na 2010 ay at least yung cash 3.5 ang sasalin at 31.5 million yung present ng prosecution na pagmamayari ni Chief Justice.
Now,
pero with respect sa ibang taon po, isusumiti po namin yan para mapaliwanagan lalo si Senator Escudero.
As a final point, Mr. President, just for the record, in relation to the question of Senator Trillanes a while ago, it was my understanding that the ruling of the presiding officer in the Senate Impeachment Court in disallowing evidence to be presented on Article 2.4 is that in barring it, ang assumption natin doon, I don't know if it was in caucus or in plenary, was that if it is proven by the prosecution, although we said not properly alleged, that there is income or there are assets in excess of income, the law says there is a presumption that it is ill-gotten. And therefore, the burden shifts from the prosecution to the defense to prove that it is not ill-gotten. In which case, the prosecution can present, during rebuttal perhaps, evidence to prove otherwise. Kaya nga sinabi namin, sa ngayon, hindi kayo pwede magpresenta ng ebidensya. And I think that's the tendency of the witnesses being presented by the defense now, to try to explain and prove the sources of income. At ang iniintay din po namin, sana dumating tayo sa puntong yon, Justice Cuevas, pinapalabas yun, sinong may-ari, saan galing yung pera. Ang iniintay din po namin ay yung paliwanag kung bakit wala doon, ano yung nandun, at saan ba matatagpuan doon sa dokumentong tinatawag na SALN, yung mga kanya pa, at yung inaamin niyang kanya, nakapangalan man sa kanya o hindi. Darating naman po tayo doon, di po ba?
Tiyak na darating po kami ron.
Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you, Congressman Tupas.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Senator.
All right. All right. Proceed. The minority floor leader.
Magandang hapon, Mr. Senate President, sa magkabilang panig. Gusto ko lang nakatayo na rin po si Justice Cuevas. Payagan niyo po na i-pursue ko lang po yung point ni Senator Judge Trillanes at ni Senator Judge Escudero. Naintindihan ko po kasi yung kahapon nyo present na witness tungkol po dun sa lupa sa Marikina. Kasi halimbawa po, no, pinatabulate ko sa staff ko yung properties na nasa SALN and yung properties na wala. So yung properties na wala, isa-isa nyong pinapaliwanag or I assume na umpisa pa lang yung kahapon kung bakit wala sa SALN. So yung kahapon, maliwanag sa akin na sinusubukan nyo patunayan na hindi naman sa kanya yon. So bakit niya ilalagay sa SALN? So yun po maliwanag sa akin yung part na yon. Pero dun po sa tanong ni Senator Trillanes, nakikita ko po yung point niya. Kasi po, ang ruling ng korte ay yung 2.2 at 2.3 ang ating nililitis. Ibig sabihin po, yung whether or not there was a filing ng SALN at ayon sa prosecution, kasama din dito, whether or not accurate at tama po ang dineklara sa SALN. Pero ang sinabi po ng korteng ito, hindi pwedeng magbigay ng ebidensya ang prosecution tungkol sa ill-gotten wealth. So, nung pinakita nyo po ang witness na to, magandang hapon ma'am, at pinalabas na 21 or 22 million ang kinita niya in 10 years, or if I just do a simple mathematical, although hindi ganun ka-accurate, something like 2.1 or 2.2 million a year, hindi ko rin po sobrang maintindihan at this point in time, hindi ganun kaklaro kung ano ang pinapatunayan ng prosecution sapagkat pinatabulate ko rin po ang summary ng mga pondong ipinakita ng prosecution, assuming we will admit all of that and assuming tama po yon. For example po, let's say in the year 2009, ang SALN declaration is 2.5 million, pero ang lumabas sa mga bank accounts ay 9.178501 million. Or for example po, ng 2010, ang SAL declaration is 3.5 million, pero kung tama po ang addition namin, sa tatlong bank account, 31,752,623 or yung 2009 po, to be clear, 9,178,501. So by showing us that he made 2.1 million a year, how is that, how do you relate that to the point na ang pinapatunayan or dinidisprove or pinoprove dito is that mali ang final ng SALN. Hindi naman pinapatunayan dito kung sapat ang kinita ng Chief Justice. Kasi sinabi na natin pag ill-gotten wealth, hindi kayo pwede magpresenta ng ebidensya. So even assuming the CJ, the Chief Justice made 7, 10, 15 million this year or last year or the years before, hindi yun yung point as of now. Ang point as of now is nadeklara ba to sa SALN. Unless po, yung pinapatunayan nyo, yung sinasabi ni Senator Escudero, that because you believe that the presumption kicked in, because ang naging total is 31.752 million, there is now a presumption that this is ill-gotten, and you're trying to prove that it is not ill-gotten. So, pwede po bang pakiklaro lang iyon? Because if you're just trying to show to the public that hindi corrupt at may pinagkunan, I understand that. But hindi naman po yun ang issue sa korte. Now, if you're trying to prove something else sa korte, let me give you this opportunity to clarify it to us and make the connection. So what is the connection between his income and his declaration sa SALN?
Well, we will be dealing with that aspect of the litigation, Your Honor, not only through the testimony of this witness, Your Honor, but there are other witnesses in connection that we will be presenting in connection with the additional income.
So this is
made by
preliminary.
Right, Your Honor.
Okay. I think that's the only thing that we wanted clarified. Because
In other words, this is not the totality of the
Okay.
evidence for the prosecution in order to establish the non-culpability of the Honorable Chief Justice, Your
so
Honor.
this is step one.
Correct, Your Honor.
But you agree with us that the issue here is the filing or non-filing of the SALN and the accuracy of the SALN.
Well, I do not think the issue will deal on the filing or non-filing, Your Honor, because that is admitted by the evidence of both parties. You will recall, if Your Honor, please, you will recall that even at the start of the presentation of the evidence, the representative of the Supreme Court who brought those documents here have them marked at the instance of the prosecution, and they are all the SALNs, Your Honor, covering period 2002 to 2010, Your Honor. And we also adopted it
Yes.
as our own evidence in order to show that it is not true that there was no compliance with the requirement of preparation and filing.
Yeah.
Now, yes, Your
Yes,
Honor.
you're talking about the physical filing or
And
the presence of the SALN, which we all admit
Correct, Your Honor.
it's there. I'm just the reason I termed it as an issue, filing or non-filing, because if my memory serves me right, ang paliwanag po ng prosecution, pag hindi accurate yung filing or may mga falsities, it is tantamount to non-filing. That's why I'm not ready to make a decision on that, and I know the defense is saying no, that is not the case.
Correct.
And you read the law and 6713 and the implementing rules on that day na diniscuss natin. I just wanted na ibalik po yung tanong ni Senator Trillanes to make sure na ang pinag-uusapan po natin dito, not whether hindi issue whether or not corrupt si CJ or whether yung pera ay galing sa masama o mabuti. Ang pinag-uusapan dito, whether or not yung SALN niya ay final at na-declare ba o hindi or may paliwanag ba. In layman's term,
Opo.
Sir Counsel.
Opo.
Opo. I'm satisfied with that.
Yun po ang aming tatangkaing patunayan sa mga darating pang mga testigo
Yes.
at ebidensya ng defense, Your
Yes.
Honor. As of this moment, we are not I have to confess, Your Honor, and very candidly at that we are not yet prepared to jump into conclusions, Your Honor, unless our basic evidence are already on record.
I will accept that. I just wanted to be fair to both sides.
Yes.
Dahil unfair naman sa prosecution kung sila hindi pwede mag-adduce ng evidence to prove ill-gotten wealth, and then ang defense ay pwede namang mag-adduce ng evidence to prove na hindi siya ill-gotten. But tama din naman po si Senator Escudero that as long as the amounts are over what is declared or what his income, what is his legitimate income, there is a presumption that kicks in. And of course, we will give you all the latitude to dispute that presumption. But as you said a while ago, you do not even believe that the presumption already applies, or that we should presume that the amounts named in the bank accounts is over and above.
Your Honor, please, I regret very much to not be able to give my conformity to such kind of an articulation, Your Honor. We are of the different persuasion, and we will prove to this honorable court that even assuming there is discrepancy or quite a difference in the making of the return, which may be considered inaccurate, Your Honor, that is not a ground in our thinking,
Yes.
or as
We-
a
we
ground
see-
for impeachment, Your Honor.
Yes, we
Now,
simply
second-
don't want to confuse the issues, but
Yes, Your
I'm
Honor.
more than satisfied, and I thank you, Counsel, for clarifying that.
Thank
Thank
you,
you,
thank you.
Mr. Senate President.
Thank you also, Mr. Chair.
Mr. President, may we recognize Senator Lacson before the
Gentleman from
President?
Cavite is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Presiding Officer. Pahintulot po ninyo na basahin ko lang yung konstitusyon, yung napatungkol dito sa ating pag-uusapan sa Article 11, Section 17.
Okay.
Ang sinasabi po rito, a public officer or employee shall, upon assumption of office and as often thereafter as may be required by law, submit a declaration under oath of his assets, liabilities, and net worth, period. Meron pa pong karugtong, hihinto na lang po muna ako doon. Ang understanding ko po, pag sinabing submit a declaration under oath, ang understanding ko po, dapat totoo, tapat, at eksakto. Hindi po ba?
Tama po, sapagkat kung hindi ganoon, walang katuturan, walang kahulugan ang provision na yan.
Kaya ko po binasa.
Kung kahit ano i-file, okay na. Bali wala po yan sa magaspang na pangungusap.
Kaya ko po binasa para magabayan na rin kayo sa pagpipresenta ng inyong depensa na sa ganun, hindi tayo wayward.
Salamat po.
Gusto rin po naming marinig kung paano ipapaliwanag ng nasa sakdal o yung